Greetings fellow viewers. Welcome to another game memory. This is Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Story Recapped. In 1991, during the onset of Operation Desert Storm, CIA operatives Troy Marshall and William Case Calderon, alongside their handler Jane Harrow, are deployed to the Iraq-Kuwait border. Their mission is to extract Iraqi Defense Minister Saeed Alawi. However, the operation takes an unexpected turn when Alawi claims he's being hunted by a rogue paramilitary group called Pantheon. While the team manages to survive an intense skirmish with Pantheon forces, their plan to extract Alawi is foiled when he is executed by Russell Adler, a former CIA agent accused of being a mole for Nicaraguan drug lord Raul Menendez. Before allowing himself to be captured, Adler delivers a cryptic message for fellow operative Frank Woods. Bishop takes Rook.
Goddamn Russell Adler, CIA traitor. You been on the run, what, 10 months?
Marshall, Woods' new project. You can ease up, son. I'm all done here. Jane.
You just killed a high-value target in cold blood and put our national security at risk.
Alawi can't fall into the Pantheon's hands. Or Langley's. The CIA is compromised. But it's not me. I'm just the fall guy.
You expect us to believe that? Hey, Jane, you want to tape his mouth shut for me?
Yes.
Wait. I got a message for Woods.
Oh, yeah?
Tell him Bishop takes Rook.
The hell's that supposed to mean?
Time to go.
Back in Washington, CIA Deputy Director Daniel Livingstone dismisses the team's warnings about Pantheon, blames them for Alawi's death, and suspends Woods, Marshall, and Case from duty. Ignoring orders, Woods confides in Marshall that Adler's message points to an abandoned KGB safehouse in Bulgaria, codenamed the Rook, and insists they investigate. The duo, joined by Case, assembles a covert team that includes ex-Stasi hacker Felix Newman and assassin Sevathi Sev Dumas. Meanwhile, Harrow stays behind to cover for their unsanctioned actions. The team's first move is to break Adler out of a CIA black site beneath Washington, D.C., during a political event hosted by Governor Bill Clinton.
That I borrowed has an entrance directly beneath Capitol Station.
The black site holding Adler is secured by a retinal scan. We won't have access. At least not anymore. We have an opportunity, though, if we move fast. This Saturday night, the station is hosting a political event. Take it, Felix.
Interestingly, one of the event's attendees, a Senator Jack McKenna, has security clearance to the black site. We only need a high-resolution image of his eyes to get past the retinal scanner. I'm working on something for that.
So we're gonna show up to this fundraiser, get what we need from the senator, then grab Adler from the black site before anyone knows what's happening.
Sounds simple enough. Don't you think?
However, little did they know that the Pantheon was after Adler as well. As the Pantheon forces attack the site, the team escapes with Adler but are falsely accused of orchestrating the assault, branding them fugitives.
This is Harrow.
It wasn't us.
Troy?
They hit the place before we got through the door, tore it apart.
Jesus, Troy, you're talking about Capitol Station? It is all hands on deck here. What the hell happened?
We busted Adler out.
You broke into a CIA black site to free Russell Adler. Are you out of your mind?
Something's going on, Jane. Something big. Okay, Adler was right.
The agency is compromised.
You're sure it's not Adler?
No, but the guys that hit the black site,
They weren't friends of his.
What guys?
it was the Pantheon. Same group that showed up out of nowhere in Kuwait.
There's no way that they can know about the black site unless someone inside the CIA is feeding them intel, someone high up.
Is it Livingston?
Maybe.
Listen, Troy. They are pinning the attack on you, all of you. Woods, Case, Adler. You're on Interpol's most wanted list. Red notices all around.
Yeah, I got the picture.
I can help.
No, it's better if you're insulated from any blowback.
Spare me tonight in shining armor shit, Troy.
You want to help? Keep digging. Look into Livingston.
Okay, let me see what I can do.
Thanks. And Jane.
Yeah.
Don't trust anyone.
Adler reveals that Pantheon has been supplying weapons to Saddam Hussein. With help from MI6 agent Helen Park and SAS forces, the team storms one of Hussein's palaces in Iraq. There, they discover the cradle, a psychochemical weapon developed in a now abandoned CIA biolab in Kentucky.
What do we got?
The cradle.
Pantheon has a goddamn biological weapon. And they put this in Saddam's hands too?
A sample of it. Based on what I'm seeing in here.
What'd you find?
A disc. Some notes, all in Russian. The project's headed by Matvey Gusev.
Sounds like you know him.
I recognize the name. Gusev was a scientist in the Soviet Union's biological weapons program, Biopreparat. Intelligence had him fleeing Russia last year. Then he vanished.
Gusev gave the Pantheon a Soviet bioweapon?
No. According to this, the cradle came from somewhere else. A research facility I'm familiar with. It's American.
American?
While Adler chase after Pantheon's lead scientist Matvey Gusev, Case, Marshall, and Seb explore the biolab.
Called Advanced Technologies and Applications.
Sounds impressive.
It's located in eastern Kentucky. The building is marked as COSPER Solutions on the surface. Underneath, it's a whole different story.
This place looks pretty remote. Nothing but forests and hills. We should park a few miles out, hike the rest of the way in.
Once we're inside, our target is the biotechnology wing. Adler thinks that's where the cradle may have come from. We need some answers on what this thing does.
Didn't you say Adler worked there at some point?
Briefly, about 10 years ago. He mentioned unusual, classified programs there using human subjects. Then suddenly the place was shut down and quarantined after a biohazard incident.
The cradle.
It's sure looking that way.
During their investigation, Case is exposed to cradle gas, which induces vivid hallucinations of fighting undead while hearing a mysterious woman's voice. The voice reveals that Pantheon was originally a CIA project aimed at enhancing human performance, with Case as the sole test subject, before Livingstone shut it down due to the drug being unstable and unsuitable for humans. However, unbeknownst to Livingstone, Pantheon, under the leadership of a mysterious entity, continues to develop the drug and transforms it into a bioweapon. Regaining his senses, Case learns Pantheon has already looted the lab's cradle supply. After returning back to the Rook, Felix, who finally cracks the disc they found in the palace in Iraq, shows to the team a recording implicating Harrow as a Pantheon collaborator.
Hey! Something you should see.
No popcorn?
I'm serious.
Well, you got my attention. You cracked the disc.
Indeed.
No. You must make sure that... Yes, you have it.
Ready, Dr. Gusev?
Bring her in. Test subject 18 has been infected with the cradle. She's now in proximity to our control subject. Transmission should occur momentarily.
It's a biological weapon. You know this already.
Keep watching.
Is it faster this time?
Faster, yes. And more aggressive, as requested.
Wonderful.
Isn't that your friend? Harrow?
You did it.
Apparently so.
Turn it off.
There's still a few more minutes.
I said turn it off!
Following clues from the recording, the team infiltrates a casino in Avalon, a European principality, and retrieves financial records linking the casino to Gusev in Iraq. Reuniting with Adler and U.S. Army Captain Lawrence Sims, the team captures Gusev in Kuwait. He reveals that the remaining cradle supplies are hidden in Vorkuta.
Keep talking.
Vorkuta! Former Russian prison camp. It became a bioweapon lab years ago, before it was shut down. But it still has what they need to scale up production of the cradle.
That'll work. You can dispose of them
What? No!
He told us what he knows.
Getting soft in your old age, huh, Sims?
You've got your ways and I've got mine. Gusev's in my custody now.
Marshall, you catch all that?
Affirmative. Mother loads in Vorkuta. I'll let the others know we're headed there
The
ASAP.
cradle leaves that camp. The Pantheon can release it anytime, anywhere. Millions could be at risk. It's up to us.
The team launches a raid on Vorkuta but fails to intercept the cradle shipment. However, they capture Harrow and bring her to the Rook for questioning. Under the influence of a serum which Adler refers to as separation anxiety, Harrow admits she joined Pantheon after they convinced her that Adler murdered her parents. She then also goes on to reveal Pantheon's plot, to use the cradle in a false flag attack on the Capitol building, framing Livingstone and positioning her to seize control of the CIA.
They're just waiting on my word to release it.
Jesus Christ. That's 5,000 miles from here.
It's awful. Everyone within blocks of the Capitol will be infected.
Why?
Because Livingston's head will roll for an intelligence failure of this magnitude. Failure to stop an attack on our capital. An attack using a CIA-funded bioweapon, no less. And someone else will take his place.
You.
Me. The Pantheon will finally control the institution that cast them out. I'm fading, Frank. You have to stop them. Stop me.
We may have one last card to play.
In the meantime, Pantheon forces assault the Rook and eventually rescues Harrow. During the chaos and Harrow's attempt to escape, Case boards Harrow's escape helicopter, causing it to crash. Exposed to cradle gas, he succumbs to its effects and strangles Harrow. At this moment, Harrow finally realizes something unbeknownst to the viewer.
Again.
Finish this.
We have to get out of this.
Marshall attempts to contact Case but to no avail, and the fate of Case is left a mystery to the viewers. 2 weeks later, the remaining team meets with Livingstone, who proposes they continue operating as an independent unit to dismantle Pantheon's global network, now concentrated in Avalon.
Thanks for coming.
You getting medals or concrete boots?
Neither. But I can start with an apology.
Damn straight.
I'm not sure how you pulled it off, but it's not lost on me that you prevented one of the greatest catastrophes of our time.
So you want us back?
Something like that. Can we trust one another?
Working on it.
Right now you have something of great value. Anonymity. You're in the shadows.
No shit. We've always been in the shadows.
Not like this. Your reach is greater than it's ever been. We need you, Woods. All of you. I can provide whatever you need. Accommodations, resources, cash, additional manpower. All of it off the books.
I thought the Cold War was over. No more need for, what was it? Global gunslingers.
Yes. The Cold War may be over, but the world is more dangerous than it's ever been. The nature of our enemy is unclear now.
What do you want us to do about it?
What you've always done. Protect us. Harrow may be gone, but not the Pantheon. I need you back in Avalon.
You think you're still a threat?
I do. And worse. Whatever cabal brought Harrow into the Pantheon still lives inside our house. We thought they were long gone. But it turns out, they never left.